Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Evans, and today I am going to show you guys what each bone is called and where are they located. Now to start off, your bone consists of two parts. You got the axle and then you got the appendicular. Now to start off, we're going to do the appendicular, which consists of the skull as well as the vertebrae. Now, the skull is also called the cranial, and within the cranial, you have your temporal, sphenoid bone, and then you have your, let's see if I can get in there. You have your ethmoid bone right here, and then you have your lacrimal, you have your nasal, vomer, inferior nasal, and then you also have your mandible, maxilla. Open it up. In between right here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try my best so you guys can see it. Within here, your tongue is usually located like right here. So back where your wisdom tooth would be, in that gummy part, you will find the hyoid bone, which is also known as the tongue bone. And then we have the occipital bone, which envisions pictures, visualization. That's why people say they have eyes in the back of their head, because this is the one that processes those images in the back. And now, what's another bone? We have a parietal bone right here. This whole starts from... Now, on my skull is divided into two. So one side is right here, and then the other side is right here. And then you also have your zygomatic, which is your cheekbones. One over here and one over here. And now that we're done with the skull, we move down to the vertebrae. The vertebrae starts off with the cervical right here, and then stops. And then you have your thoracic, which protects the spinal cord, all the way down to here. You have your lumbar, and that goes all the way down here. Sacrum right here, and then you have your coccyx right here, and that's the axle system. And now moving on to the appendicular system, or skeleton, as I say. You have your clavicle, you have your sternum. I'm sorry, no. Your sternum is right here. Sternum is right here. Your scapula. This is your scapula, your shoulder blade. This is your sternum. And then you have your ribs, 12 on each side, protects the lungs and the heart. And then you have your hip bone. This region is your hip. You have your hip bone. Now these particular kind are called the ilium. And then you have your ischium right here, which forms this U shape. And then within the middle, right here, this region right here is the pubis, where your pubic bone will be found. And now you have your arms. You have your humerus, the radius in front, the ulna in the back. And then down to your hands. The wrist is your carpals. As far as these little bones as well, these are your carpals. Short bone. And then you have your metacarpals. And then you have your phalanges. Your phalanges consist of the proximal, intermediate, and the distal. And your carpals, they all have 8 different short bones. Now with your carpals, you have 8 of them, and 8 short bones that consist of the carpals. Now we have the trapezium. We have the the trapezium, scaphoid, which is right here underneath scaphoid, and then we have the lunate, and then we have right here triquetral is right here, this little one right here, and then we have your hammock, and then we have your pisiform, and then we have your capitate, which is right here, the capitate, and then at the end we have the trapezoid, which is right here. If you can see me right here. That's the trapezoid. And those consist of your carpals. Now to your feet. You have your femur, tibia, fibula, thin bone, fibula, thick one, tibia. And then you have your tarsal. And then you have your heel. Your heel is your talus. And then your navicular is right here. This is your This is your navicular. And then you also have your canicus right here. Right here. And then you have your metatarsals. Your phalanges. And just like your hands, your phalanges, it consists of the proximals, metatarsals. I'm sorry. No, not this. I'm doing it all wrong. You have your distals up here. Your distals, the tips. And then you have your intermediates, which is right here. Your intermediates. And then you have your proximals. And then these are your metatarsals right here. Your metatarsals are right here. Now, inside the metatarsals, you have your, not inside, below your metatarsals, you have your tarsal bones. And then within those tarsal bones, you have your lateral, and then you have your intermediate right here. So your intermediate is right here. Your medial is right here. And then you have your lateral, which is right there. And that's all for the, now the medials and the medials and the intermediates, they are really called the mediate cuneiform, and then the intermediate as cuneiform. And those consist of the bones, the tarsals, and the foot region. So now that we got the bone structures completed, now let's talk about the muscles. Now the muscles, that's the meaty part of it, of the bone. Now, start off right here within the skull area. You have your temporalis, and those are where your temples are found, which I said before. They'll be right here, the temporalis. And then within the eye sockets, inside your eyes, you have the orthocolabus oculi, which is within the eye sockets. And then within your contact contour line, you have your masseter. And then moving on to your neck region, we know that our neck, like our shoulder, is more of a L shape, like a slide, you would say. So usually around this area, like right here, we call this the shoulder, right here. And then we have the trapezius right here, which is where your shoulder would be. So right around this area will be your trapezius. Now, battery. And now right here, your shoulder, you have your deltoid, and then you have your triceps right here, triceps brachii. And then you have your brachialis. And then you have your other bicep, this part, which when you put it like this, it will be right here. Your biceps is like the inner part right here of your humerus. And then below it, you have your latissimus dorsi right here, which is below your bicep. And then right here within your rib area, that's a good way. You have your rib area, and then you have your external oblique right here, which would your 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever you have, it will be right here. And then right around here, so I'll say 1, 2, 3, around here, you have your abdominis, your rectus abdominis. And then down here to your leg, let's put this down. Down here, you have your pars. And then right in your inner thigh, I would say right here, would have to be your gracilis. And then you have your vastris latinalis. And then you have your rectus femoris. And then you have your vastus. Back to the kind of inner thigh right here, you have your vastus. And then that's right here. And then behind it, you will have your gracilis. And then you will have your same biceps femoris, and then your syndactymus, and then below it, like more any inskirts again. This is behind, so I'm gonna just do behind right here, behind. And then you have your biceps femoris, you have your semitendimus, and you also have your humerus right here. And then those are the muscles. And I hope you understood. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce all of the words correctly. They're just difficult Greek sounded words that are extremely hard for me to pronounce due to the back of my lisp. So with that being said, I hope you all have a good night, and thank you for watching.